23-year-old male ingested alcohol along with BZP and MDMA, although the cause of death of this individual has not been released. Also, there has been press coverage in Zurich in 2001 after a 23-year-old took 2 BZP tablets as well as MDMA. He drank 10 litres of water in a 15-hour period, thus leading to him to die of a cerebral edema due to hyponatremia from water intoxication. How it is found manufactured. It is a synthetic substance based on the caffeine compounds that are found in the cat plant of Eastern Africa. It is reported to be manufactured in China and distributed as plant feed, and it says on the package not for human consumption. They come in the forms of pills, capsules, tablets or white powder. Alternate nicknames. Alternate names are Methadone, Meow Meow, Meow, MCAT, Bubble and Drone. History. The Psychonaut Research Project first identified methadone in 2008. The French police also identified it in May 2007 when they seized what they thought was an ecstasy pill to be analysed and discovered it to be methadone. It is sold and thought as a designer drug. It has become very popular with the younger generation, especially in the club scene, mainly because it is so widely available and its status as being legal. Where it is available. It is available in illegal high shops and drug paraphernalia stores and over the internet. Desirable effects. Some effects include more of an urge to talk and be more open, an increased sense of alertness, euphoria, excitement and a feeling of stimulation. Undesirable effects. Hallucinations, nosebleeds, vomiting, anxiety, paranoia, nose burns, nausea, fits and blood circulation problems. Other side effects may include increased heart rate, abnormal heartbeats and depression. Press. Methadone has been featured heavily in the press recently due to several deaths it is reportedly attributed to, especially in the UK. One such story is of 2 teenage friends who were reported to have taken methadone on a night out and sadly died, with many people believing methadone to be the main cause of death. In 2008, an 18-year-old Swedish woman died after taking methadone with a combination of cannabis. An ambulance was called when the woman went into convulsions and turned blue in the face. Doctors reported she was suffering from a hyponatremia, and an autopsy report revealed the woman's brain had swollen. This led to the Swedish government to ban methadone, although it was due to be banned before her death. It is now banned in the UK, and it's already banned in many countries including Croatia, Denmark, Germany and Romania.
The CSV family is getting bigger. Some of our previous volunteers have been recruited through the Future Jobs Fund as members of staff. We have David and Mark helping out in the music department. Sam and Gemma are helping to coordinate the magazine here at CSV called Revolution. And Jack is assisting Jose in the editing suite. Let's hope that their hard work makes the CSV team even stronger. Liam Roberts from the Schoolwork Experience Scheme conducted an important interview with Tony Winder, the County Councillor. The interview went very well and was very informative for the Children Looked After in Care Society film. So well done, Liam, for your contribution to the film titled Who Cares? There was a second international workshop with YouWith at the beginning of May. It was all about active citizenship. This time it took place in Athens in Greece. And the 30 volunteers that partook in it were from Greece, the UK, France and Italy. This time, from CSV Preston, we sent the volunteers Pete and Ryan, European volunteer Hulu, staff members Danny, Sam and Mark and Eva. They all took part in training methods that would enable them to exchange practices. Lastly, we will be saying goodbye to our French volunteers from the Amicus programme. We will be saying farewell to Claire, who has been involved in the music, Alan and Raphael, who have contributed towards filming and presenting previous television shows at CSV. So we wish them the best of luck for the future. That's it for the news.
Thank you very much, Steph. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Eric.
Eric has a long history of drug use and has come to offer his opinions about living under the influence of drugs.
Thanks for coming to CSV today, Eric.
Thanks for having me.
How long have you used drugs?
For about 13 years, initially with friends, and then from friends it moved on with family members, and then moved away from family to try and sort out whether I could do something different with my life, and I got turned back into the drugs again. So yeah, so about 13 years with friends and family.
What kind of drugs have you used and why?
I've used cannabis for different reasons. It was initially started off with my mates. We were just chilling out in a shed, and then my family found out, and I started smoking with some of my family members, aunties and cousins and that. And then I was out of school trying to find it, and I was finding it hard to sleep. So I used it to help me sleep, and it just became part of day-to-day routine, really. And then there was ecstasy when I moved to Preston. I had ecstasy involved in my life. That was through the club culture. I spent a lot of my later teenage years in club culture, and we were partying quite a bit with ecstasy. It's the same place with coke as well. I've tried coke. I've bought it a couple of times. I've had it passed me through friends, and it's not a drug I'd use again. I used cannabis quite frequently. It's been a while since I've last used ecstasy. I'd say about 6 months.
How do you think your history of drug use is affecting your current life?
It stops connecting with different people. You tend to socialise with people that smoke weed or cannabis, and if you're not smoking cannabis, you're running around trying to get hold of your next bag of cannabis, because that would last you till you run around again. You'd probably do that maybe twice a day. Spend most of your day running around trying to find out who's got something to smoke. So most of your social hours, you become unsociable then, apart from the people that you smoke with. And that restricts you from doing other things, because people you smoke with just tend to sit there and smoke. So you don't do much else with your time. And it does affect your mental health as well, to the extent where you wouldn't have a normal sleeping pattern. You'd probably have a broken sleep due to cannabis as well. You can fall asleep cannabis can put you to sleep quite easily after getting too stoned quite quick. And the reverse effect, same with ecstasy, that can keep you awake a lot longer than your body would normally be. So your body goes through different kinds of stress, depending on different types of drugs.
If you could turn back time, what would you do differently?
Instead of using money on the drugs, I would have used them to do maybe paintballing. I mean, paintballing costs 50 quid. If you've got 5 mates, even if all of you put a 10 or 2, and that's a 10 bag of weed, we could go out and do paintballing, things like that. And a lot of my friends, they say they want to do it, but when it comes around to doing it, they don't have the finances to help them with it because of the habit. So it does restrict on what you can achieve socially. Although it might seem as a sociable thing to do, you could find yourself stuck in a certain social circle for quite a long time.
How do drugs affect